Hey Warren, obviously a difficult evening on Tuesday, but the work starts now to move on and make it right.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it was disappointing, I think, with the manner of the position we got ourselves in. It looked like we're going to go and try and win the game. But look, the boys know, as I said to you, it's fine margins at the minute, and we're not getting it. And I'll be worried if teams are cutting us open. But you look at the last 4 goals, that could be prevented. We've got to get that in our minds and get back to the basics and stop that, because, as I said to you, it's costing us at this moment. And you can see that the boys have it in them. The way when they got the goal, they went on. I thought it was going to be in the last 20 minutes, going to be one winner, but there wasn't. But it's so inconsistent at the minute. You look at the league where they needed a great win and then go to our Ebbs fleet. And that's what the boys have just got to get in mind. That what they've done against the so-called bigger teams in the league, they've got to start performing. And listen, we'll be okay.
Obviously, we spoke about belief and mentality on Tuesday, which ultimately comes down to confidence. What can you say to the lads here today? Obviously, they've had a day off, which is good to sort of blow away the cobwebs. But now, with 2 days before Taunton, what do you say to them to make them believe in themselves? Because, as we said, we know that they can show what they can do. That last 10 minutes showed that on Tuesday night.
No, 100%. I think it's confidence is a big thing, and it's probably. You're looking at the modern day footballer now, it's probably more difficult. And in any sport, to be honest, I was listening to Tyson Fury today, and he said, you've got to go into things with a winning mindset. And that's what I said to these players, but there's only one way to get out of it. And that's by, making them enjoy it and showing them the good things of what got us to where we were at the start of the season. That's probably half the battle as well, the expectations. As I said this before in interviews, people think all of a sudden that we're going to go and win the league. This team's come from nowhere. And that's probably half the battle. Whenever, I know fans have got opinion, but when they're booing players and booing me and booing whatever, it's just a negativity, you know what I mean? We've got to stick together and get out of this here. And as I said, that's why back on the training ground, we've got to make training enjoyable, get our points across, and hopefully they take it into the game.
I think we can see Tuesday maybe as a bit of a turning point for the season. We're nearly, I think we're 2 games away from being exactly halfway through. Still mid-table, as I said, it could be a lot worse. But, a few things, I guess, had to change mentality-wise, and maybe Tuesday was that turning point.
No, definitely. Listen, you're sitting here from a team that near went out of the league to mid-table, come nearly the halfway point. I think it's not your right arm off, I'm being honest. But yeah, it could be. As I said to you, the performance, if you'd have took that point even in the last 20 minutes and built on that, and as I said, obviously we got done in the last kick of the game, but we've got to change that. And as I said to you, the boys have been in good spirits. We've had a meeting, we've had a chat, and as I said to you, we've got to stick together and get out of this.
Taunton, another team that have come up this season, and we know all about them. First game of the season, they got the result there, but what can we expect from them on Saturday?
It's a tough game. He's a great guy, the manager, good players. They know what they want. They've come up and had a fantastic season so far. They've a great home record, as we know, and it's going to be a tough game. As I said to you, at the minute, whenever we are, any game's going to be tough for us. But Taunton coming up, they'll be looking at it and thinking we can go and get a result here with their recent home performance. And as I said, we've got to make sure that we're on the ball and, as I say, do the things right and hopefully get the right result.
Just finally, it's a very brisk morning, 0 degrees I think at the moment as we start training. There's frost on the pitch. Did you used to like these sort of these morning sessions, or is that something you're happier to be wrapped up with?
I tell you what, I did as a kid, and believe me, when I was in Leeds it was even colder than this, and we weren't allowed to wear any hats or gloves when we trained. But no, I'm well used to it. Even in Bulgaria it was minus 20 I think now at this time. They stopped for a winter break, so it was I'm well used to it, to be honest. Well used to it.
Cheers, Warren.
Thank you.